Hello guys, let's plunge into the epic race-forged world of Nethros on Roblox, where the perfect race can turn a desperate grind into a legendary conquest or leave you stumbling like a noob in the heavenly domain. Picture Taurin shrugging off stuns with unbreakable grit, while human resets cooldowns at low HP but feels like the worst pick in the pool. I'm your gem-grinding, reroll spamming explorer who's wiped more characters than a rookie in the starter zone, chuckled at Ashkin's fireproof fails, and still chased Geonite's shield glory. We're ranking every race from S-tier survivors to C-tier clunkers, packed with funny wipes, reroll tips, and strategies to master PvE grinds, PvP clashes, and virtue bonuses. So die 10 times for a wipe, spend 125 Robux to reroll, and let's race to immortality. In Nethros, races are your character's soul, blending virtues like stun resistance, damage reduction, and exploration perks with rarity. Seraphim 1.6% to human 23.2%. S-tier like Taurin and Geonite dominate with defense, while C-tier human lags with clutch but weak resets. Reroll via 125 Robux in creation, excludes current race, or 10 deaths to heavenly domain NPC, can't change post-creation. Farm gems from quests, 1,000 to 5,000 per run, or PvP wins, 5 to 10% bonus. Check Discord or Trello for updates. Races like Weaver's Poison make PvE a breeze. Whether you're a level 10 newbie in the starter zone or a pro conquering Nightmare Realms, this tier list is your virtue guide. Let's start with C tier and race to S tier supremacy. Alright, let's kick things off with C tier, where races limp along like a starter character after a bad wipe. Perfect for newbies with slim gems but plenty of laughs at their early stumbles. This is your crash course in realm mishaps, where every failed parry becomes a stepping stone to immortality. Ideal for those giggling through their initial heavenly domain visits. Now, let's humanize with human, the basic race that resets cooldowns when HP drops below 15%. A clutch survivor, but the worst overall pick. In a starter zone run at level 10 under a dim heavenly light, it reset a key ability but got flattened by mobs, turning the grind into a human humility that left me respawning with a sigh. With average stats like 1.0 speed and 2 horsepower, it's clutch for desperate moments, but lacks utility and rarity, making it a liability in PvP. Use it for early quests to learn resets. Pair with a defensive class for a slim chance at survival, and re-roll fast. Its 23.2% rarity is common, but the low HP threshold demands perfect timing. Next up, let's build into B tier, where races offer solid perks with some grind. Great for mid-game explorers with a growing gem stash. This is your momentum builder, where every virtue turns into a tale of progress. Perfect for those crafting their realm journey one parry at a time. Now let's Ash with Ashkin, the fire-resistant race that takes much less fire damage, a situational shield with a smoky edge. In a fiery realm run during a volcanic quest, it shrugged off flames but melted in melee, turning the adventure into an Ashkin Ash that had me coughing. With 1.5 horsepower and fire reduction, it's overpowered against flame enemies but niche elsewhere, with 4% rarity making it a grind. Use it for fire-heavy PvE, upgrade for general durability, and pair with melee classes. It's a savior in blazes, but basic in brawls. Next up, let's Seraph with Seraphim, the rarest race that accesses mana without quests and sees enemy HP bars. An early game seer with underwhelming power. In a PvP duel under heavenly lights, it spotted HP but got outfought, making a Seraphim sight that blinded me to its flaws. With 1.6% rarity and mana access, it saves grinding but lacks combat edge, with 2.0 speed for scouts. Use it for early PvE visibility, upgrade for HP accuracy, and pair with DPS. Rare but routine. Now let's race into A tier, where races glide with grace. Perfect for skilled players with gems. This is your arena of realm mastery, where every virtue turns into a showcase of skill, ideal for those ready to dominate the domains. Now let's primal with Primalis, the mobility master that improves dash and applies bleed with momentum, a bleeding beast. In a hard run during a primal hunt, it dashed and bled foes but lost momentum, turning the quest into a Primalis pause. With 13.6% rarity and advanced dash, it boosts mobility for PvE/PvP, but bleed needs momentum. Use for exploration, upgrade for dash range, and pair with DPS, primal but precise. Next up, let's weave with Weaver, the explorer that boosts climbing/wall run and applies poison on crits, a poisonous pathfinder. In a PvP climb under a tangled sky, it poisoned but slipped, making a Weaver web that tangled me. With 6.4% rarity and poison, 15-second cooldown, it excels in PvE grinding, but PvP counters it. Deploy for exploration, upgrade for poison potency, and pair with tanks. Webby but wondrous. Now, let's Drac with Draconic, the flame booster that takes 10% less fire damage and amps flame attacks, a fiery flyer. In a nightmare run during a dragon quest, it flamed but singed itself, turning the adventure into a draconic Drake. With 11.2% rarity and flame amp, it's great for fire builds in PvE/PvP, but situational. Use for flame classes, upgrade for resistance, and pair with melee. Draconic but dependent. Finally, let's crown S tier, where races rule the realms. Forged for pros with gems and grit. This is your pantheon of virtue legends, where every parry becomes a tale of triumph. Perfect for those who live to conquer Nethros. Now let's tour with Taurin, the unbreakable race that prevents stun lock and reduces parry punishment, a defensive dynamo. In a PvP clash during a heavenly brawl, it shrugged off stuns but got parried, making a Taurin taunt that left me grinning. With 23.2% rarity and no get-up reset, it's excellent for new players in PvP, preventing lockouts. Use for defensive play, upgrade for parry, and pair with DPS. Tough, but tactical. Next up, let's Geo with Geonite, the shield bearer that grants a damage-reducing shield after block break, a post-break powerhouse. In a nightmare run under a rocky sky, it shielded but shattered, turning the quest into a Geonite guard that saved my skin. With 16.8% rarity and 3-second shield, 60-second cooldown, it's amazing against burst in PvE/PvP. Deploy for tanking, upgrade for duration, and pair with attackers. Shielded but strong. Want to rule Nethros? Pair Taurin with Geonite for a stun-proof shield combo that owns PvP. For beginners, use Human with Primalis for reset mobility support. Farm gems from quests or PvP. Newbies, start with Human for clutch. Pros, reroll for Taurin Synergize Weaver with Draconic for poison flame power. Prioritize plus HP for Geonite or plus speed for Primalis. Grind starter zones for rares and check Trello. The Realm Pass boosts gems by 15%, a must for pros. The Realm's quiet, Realm Runners, and your Nethros saga shines brighter than a Taurin parry. From Geonite shields to Humans resets, this tier list conquers quests, clashes, and heavenly domains. S tier rules the virtues. C tier keeps the laughs alive. Whether you're a newbie in the starter zone or a pro on Nightmare, this is your race to immortality. Pair Primalis with Weaver for a dash poison duo or Taurin with Ashkin for a stun fire empire. Farm gems with grit, check Trello for meta shifts, and etch your legend into Roblox realm history. Share your epic parries or funniest wipes below. Let's fuel the frenzy. Smash that like with Geonite's shield, subscribe with Taurin's vibe, and ring the bell for more Roblox chaos. Race now!